This is how I spent day 3 in Miami, and boy was it a busy one. Just doing a quick outfit of the day check with this dress that I got from Shein and the side bag from Ross. After we were dressed and ready, we headed downstairs to have our complimentary buffet breakfast, and then we were on our way. This day in particular was packed with a lot of outdoor activities as we were coming down to our final 2 days in Miami. Our itinerary this day had a few places to check out that were in relative proximity to each other, so we headed down to South Beach. On our way there, I couldn't help but admire the retro kind of vintage vibe of all of the buildings. After a short drive, we made it to South Beach. Now, the way that it's set up here is kind of like a promenade, so there's lots to see and do. The first place that we checked out was the very popular Muscle Beach in Miami. Now, this is an outdoor beach setup where you can come and utilize the weights that they have in this container setup outside here and get in a good workout. Following there, we made our way onto the beach itself. This day in particular, it was pretty overcast. We browsed around a bit and took a couple of photos before we decided if we were going to go into the water or not. And as luck would have it, that decision was actually made for me.
Oh my God!
Now, one of my friends did warn me that there would be jellyfish.
Bruh.
And in the interest of self-preservation, being a trainee and deciding that I'm way too black for this, we decided to stick a pin in our beach adventure and head back onto Ocean Drive. Ocean Drive is like a long promenade with cute cafes, really cool cars, and lots to see and do. You're definitely going to get the opportunity for some really cute pics along this stretch. There were also a lot of people roller skating and riding by on scooters and generally just having a good time. After reaching the end of Ocean Drive, we made our way onto Starbucks to get some refreshments before we headed on to our next activity of the day. The drink that I got this day was the caramel brulee iced latte, which was one of their seasonal drinks. We sat for a little bit by Starbucks as the rain came down outside and eventually took a taxi and headed on to our next destination. Our next stop this day was in the WynWood District, particularly to see WynWood Walls. This area as well is known to be littered with vibrant buildings, and I was able to take a couple of few pics by this wall in particular. I'll insert a photo here. Now, unfortunately, luck was not in our favor this day as WynWood Walls was closed as they were doing some renovations on a lot of the artwork. However, we were still able to see a few of the walls from the outside, and I definitely need to make a trip back because I'm a lover of art and everything was just so creative. Not only at WynWood Walls, but a lot of the surrounding buildings were artfully decorated with different types of creativity on display. We also spotted this veteran on our walk with a very cute and friendly dog. Now, here's where things got slightly frustrating in our day. Google Maps decided that it wanted to do the most this day, and we ended up going up, down, and up a street again just to find a location called the Salty Donut, which is a recommendation by my friend. However, as frustrating as it was to find it, it was definitely worth the trip. The building that it's located in is beautifully decorated, and the staff at the Salty Donut were very friendly and helpful. If you're a donut person and you're in Miami, I definitely recommend checking them out. As it was getting a bit darker, we called for a taxi and stepped outside to admire our surroundings. This walkway in particular is perfect if you're trying to get some really amazing shots. Finally, to wrap up the night, when the taxi came, we headed over to Sephora. This location was by the Citizen M Miami World Center, and I'll have a whole video for you right after this.